Joe Moore met Katrina Griffin when he moved from Larne to her hometown of Youghal. And after dating for 2 years, they've decided to tie the knot.
What made him stand out day one was the fact he was loud. And I'd be fairly loud myself. Sorry. And then as I got to know him, I suppose, he's a different person than what you get at face value. He's actually very, very deep. He loves Notting Hill. So, you know, he's a fairly deep guy.
You can be in bad form, you could have an awful day. And she just has this way of being able to sit down and just talk about things. And you're able to finish the conversation, feel a bit happier about your day.
The thought of spending 20,000 on a wedding, even if the money was handed to me, would just, no, it would make me sick. Joe, on the other hand...
Be gone in the morning. And we'd love to have a nautical theme with my background and with the location of the hotel, looking over the River Blackwater. It would be ideal, but we need somebody there who can actually take the idea and help us deliver the idea.
In 8 weeks' time, Katrina and Joe will have their wedding reception in their local hotel for 200 guests. They have a total budget of €10,000. Today, the couple are meeting Franc for the first time to show him around their chosen venue and to see if he can mentor them in creating a nautical-themed wedding. Let's hope Franc will be inspired.
So this is the function room.
Okay.
Fairly big.
Yeah, it's big.
Blank canvas.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Give me 5 minutes. The theme you were talking about was nautical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, okay, at the moment I'm not seeing nautical.
I can understand
but I'm sure we can work at that. Where does the drink reception usually happen here? It doesn't happen in the room.
It doesn't. When everyone arrives to the bar,
okay.
And then it's after to the bar, then it comes in here.
For a nautical theme to just be dropped into that venue, it's going to cost thousands. We can change it tomorrow, but it's going to cost a couple, maybe 10 to 20,000 to change that into a nautical theme, you know?
But Franc has been doing his own research of the area and has spotted a nautical gem, the Mall Arts Centre, which he believes is an ideal location for a drinks reception.
I think this building is stunning. I know it's your hometown.
You don't think of things when it's right in front of you.
Yeah.
You don't.
And this is the payoff.
Wow.
This is screaming nautical, nautical, nautical. You've got 360 view of the sea, you've got all the backdrop, the boats, and it's just incredible space.
They just come up with a couple of ideas in there, and Katrina actually laughed and went, why didn't we think of that? So simple, but yet so effective.
It's sitting here on their doorstep. It's amazing glass box looking over the sea, and it's €200. Snap it up. That's my drink reception. And that's it nailed. I don't have to put any decor in there because the decor is the sea.
1 week later, and Franc is back in Youghal with a mood board of nautical ideas to present to Katrina and Joe. Let's hope it floats their boat.
Well, good morning, sir. How are you today?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Welcome to Make and Do.
Wow.
So this is your team.
Okay.
Okay.
If you choose to accept it. I wanted to use, I think, shells, seashells, all that kind of stuff. And it's a very cheap option. And also I'm trying to use products that you can get. You can get this in garden centres. Today is all about planting seeds in their imagination. So I've brought lots of ideas to the table, storyboards. It'll really give them a focus. And to me, that's what today's about.
Katrina is a keen gardener and hopes to save money by growing her own flowers for the wedding. But what does Franc think?
I've tried growing flowers with varied amount of success. You've dahlias here, which I thought could go like along the church pew, you know, in a bow or something like that with some baby's breath.
To tell you the truth, even the best growers will find it hard to get the flowers to flower in abundance on the day of their wedding. And I know how much effort it is to get everything here to where it is now. And it's another way we can actually bring your whole green finger personality into the wedding as well.
That would be fantastic.
So we've got him covered with the sea, but I think we need to get more of you.
Okie dokie.
Katrina and Joe have been working on their homemade invites, but they want Franc's help on how to add a nautical twist.
That straight away looks more nautical than that. And that would go with this, you know what I mean? Just saying, at the very top of this, right, the first thing you see is, we're tying the knot. I like that.
I like it too. I feel delighted, absolutely thrilled to actually have somebody to come in and say, right, this, and this. I'm absolutely delighted. I don't feel like the stressed out bride at all, not for 1 second, because even though we're doing it ourselves, we have that direction. We have somebody saying, okay, do this.
With 4 bridesmaids to dress and a budget of €1,000, Franc suggests they hit the high street for some bargain buys.
The trick is, if you've got 4 bridesmaids with you, always only bring 2 at a time.
Nice work if you can get it.
If you bring 4, then you won't find dresses. I guarantee it. This is fantastic. See, this bandaging is great. And there's great support there, but this, you have bigger hips.
Yeah.
This shocking pink. Like, if you look, that's what we want to do, is it's colour blocking. Like, so look at the punch.
Wow.
See, the 2 of them together looks bang, wow, you know.
Katrina had previously tried the high street for dresses, but it was a bit of a disaster.
We couldn't find anything that they'd all agree on.
Yeah.
This is the push.
Yeah.
This is the right. If they like it, they'll go different, because again, it goes back to what we're saying today, having the courage to do that little thing that bit different.
At the moment,
Dun, dun, dun.
€44 each.
Fantastic.
I'm liking it.
I'm liking it too much. Can we have 6 of them just in case?
No, but
That's
seriously, we're doing really
fantastic.
good. So we'll just keep looking, and then I think hold these because they look great. High street to me is a quick way to look at what's out there and then accessorise it. These are great for accessorising.
And they're fabulous.
See, we've got the green, we've got a shocking pink. This bride is looking for a cheap alternative to spending €350 on a dress. We looked at a dress today that could be the dress, and it's costing €44. That's a big saving. So for me, I think it's a great option to have a look, and if you're willing to have dresses that are, you know, just off the high street and change them slightly, it's a good way to go.
Franc has been developing the couple's nautical theme, and today Katrina and Joe travel to Glanworth Mill to attend Camp Franc, a masterclass in how to create their own unique wedding.
Usually my team are actually building this, but now Joe and Katrina, it's their turn. What we're doing is we're doing big displays, but we're using very cheap products, and we're creating a wow factor. I'll show you today. But I think it's good to have a picture and a goal to where they could go with their display, and I think that's what's going to happen today. Welcome to Joe and Katrina's wedding.
They're not real, are they?
Yeah, they are.
That is fabulous.
So this is your table.
Yeah.
And this is a duvet cover. They're low, flat vases, and we just fill them with water. So basically the cake comes off.
Interesting.
And there they are. Surprise! This is a lot of work, but this looks fab, right? This is your sailor suit. Okay, Joe? And here we've got your little neckerchief. And it's a polo. After dinner, you see, you have the mint with the hole. What I've added to your budget, this, right?
Okay.
I'm only going to use half the tables. It'll be overkill. That's one table. The table next door looks more like this. You might get them off a few friends' boats, and you may borrow them. I don't care, but you need to get them, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. I've tried to make it as simple as possible, but there's still a lot of work to do. Now, none of the tasks are difficult, but when the tasks add up in multiples like they are, then you have to have your homework done and you have to be organised. I think that's where Joe's going to shine. The basics are actually...
How are we feeling about it? I think a lot less bamboozled.
It's okay. We've got a plan.
Okay,
So at the moment, we're using a basic flower arrangement. Once you have any flowers from your own garden, we just add to that.
Okay.
They're going to sit there in that service, and that service is going to feel so special to them because they've put in the hard work. And I think the self-satisfaction they're going to feel is going to put them on a high for the day. And that is really what DIY Brides is about. Even better.
With Franc's masterclass complete, it's now up to Katrina and Joe to get working on the wedding of their dreams. In less than 4 weeks, Katrina and Joe will tie the knot at their nautical-themed wedding in Youghal. Today, Franc is back for a logistical walkthrough of their venues. But first, he checks in with the couple to see how the DIY is coming along.
Oh, how are you? You're losing weight.
I know.
I can tell.
Woo. We've been a little bit busy.
I'm impressed. Loving the knot, tying the knot. It's not exactly the way I was thinking of.
I agree.
Like getting all this kind of work done now, with 4 weeks to go, is great. Because if you're doing this the week of the wedding, it's stressful. And this is monotonous stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
After their day of high street shopping, Katrina is keen to show Franc her final choice of bridesmaid dress.
Oh, look at that colour again. I forgot how it's cool. And look at that.
Isn't it fabulous?
Like this was meant to be, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Now theirs are not, you see. And this is the part I love the most.
Dun, dun, dun.
44 euros.
Where did we go?
Franc introduced Katrina and Joe to a nautical-themed venue for their drinks reception, so today the couple are getting a lesson on layout.
Today is all about kind of making sure we have a plan, right?
Okay.
Of where we're going to have people seated, drinks, all that kind of stuff. It's either you do it yourself or you pay for it. I mean, DIY does not make it easier. It makes it harder. But it makes it more personal and it makes it more wow at a better price. But I don't think it's ever called the easy way out. There is no easy way out. Okay, so the big thing is you've got 2 aisles. So you can choose left or right. I would suggest you move the bigger pews against the wall over here and take the smaller pews over there. So you got 1 aisle, but you still got your pews.
There's an awful lot to do. An awful lot to do. And getting it done between now and then, of course we're going to do it because it's what we want to do, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be very, very tough to get it all done.
As if Katrina and Joe didn't have enough locations to work on, Franc throws one more suggestion in the pot, and it won't cost them a penny.
You know the little...
Bandstand?
Yeah. If it was me, I would be doing my first dance up there.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. Whoa.
And I'd get you two to get lots of jam jars right now and candles, and we'd have a pathway lit all the way down there. And that, with some lanterns overhead, that place is going to look magical. If we get the weather, it's always worth taking a risk.
That would be fabulous.
So we got an idea.
We'd have to go learn how to dance.
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway.
We're just heading down to my mother's to
Going to the
pick
Griswold.
my lovely mother's house to pick up some jars that have been dropped off over the last week.
There's about another... How many have you got?
We don't know. I just know we need more, just even by looking at them, that they have to go the whole way down.
I'd say another 100 coming. We've put the word out, and everybody that knows them, because they're a fantastic couple, they've all volunteered to do what they can do, and there's no problem.
While it's a magical setting for their first dance, the bandstand has seen better days. But luckily, the local community is coming to the rescue.
We're going to have our first dance here.
Oh, very good.
And it'll all be lit up on tea lights and things.
Yeah. So this is a Tidy Towns group. We recently heard that Katrina was having her wedding here in Youghal in early September, and she was going to use the bandstand, so we decided to take it on as a project. As you can see, we've started work here this evening to paint the whole bandstand.
You get such a crowd together for Tidy Towns, but it's Ashes all up to do my fence at the back of the house.
With only a few weeks to go to their big day, Katrina and Joe are full steam ahead with their DIY, and their lives are wall-to-wall wedding. Literally.
Here we are in what was our hallway once, has now become a shrine to a wedding, taking over absolutely everything. This is now our spare room. Once people came to stay with us, now they don't. It's one thing when you're having a laugh and a joke being shown how to do this, but when you actually have to sit down and do like 180 of them. It's all go. You come home from work, you sit down, you go through what needs to be done. So there's no break right now. We're fighting all the time. I don't want to be sitting there in 5 days' time doing it. Let's just get it done tomorrow night.
That looks shit. It seriously does, because look, it is taxing, yeah. It takes it out of you.
You're ironing the wrong side.
I've just ironed the other side. And that's what we're finding that the arguments are about. Something so trivial. And it's one standing their ground, the other standing the ground.
We're both absolutely exhausted. There's no way we thought it was going to be this much or be this hard. I wouldn't change it for anything, but shattered.
It's the day before the wedding, and the workload is taking its toll on our bride.
Woke up this morning around 3 a.m. Kind of came on me yesterday, so I started taking a load of vitamin C, and I woke up around 3 a.m. this morning with a pounding headache. Not exactly what you want for your bride, you know, a big snotty face.
Katrina's plan was to use her homegrown flowers for the wedding, But as Franc predicted, it's easier said than done.
This is the baby's breath I planted day one. I just gave up. I honestly did. I didn't have time, I didn't have energy, my garden has been watered in a week, so of course they were going to die. Yeah, I honestly don't care anymore.
A quick tip from Franc, and Katrina is off to buy some bargain bouquets at the English market in Cork, and at €8 a pop, they just might do the trick.
Do you know what? I don't have time. I'd love that. I'd love another week of just being able to dedicate it all to the wedding, but right now it's impossible. So practicality has to come on board at some stage. It's come on board, so buy them. Just buy them.
Finally, it's time for Joe and Katrina to put into place all that they've learned in Camp Franc. With a team of family and friends on board, they begin to build their nautical-themed wedding.
This isn't good.
What?
10 around a table doesn't give us much space.
Doesn't?
8 to a table, maybe you could change it.
As Katrina and her mum start a new table plan, it's all hands on deck for Joe's lesson in table dressing.
Yes, Cap.
Table setup A. Table setup B is going to be minus that.
Semolina, we're using it. It looks like sand, we're just throwing it on the tables. I never had to do this before. I didn't sign up for this crap.
The green needs stripped off, the blue needs to go under them.
A groomzilla? That wouldn't be the word to describe them. It's 10 times worse.
Families are involved in everything, even down to an argument, a discussion, a debate, whether it's right or it's wrong. It becomes a family thing, and then it's like discussed in an open forum and solved in an open forum, which has its good points and its bad points, I suppose. But no, we're very close and very, very grateful for them.
Halfway through the build, Franc arrives for a sneak peek at how it's all coming together. Will he be impressed?
The green rail just completely changed the room. Love the boats. Looks fantastic. One of the biggest things in the room, to me, that makes impact is those two boats. And those two boats are basically two ginormous props that they had at home. So look at what you've got in your own area or in your own availability within even a building and use it, because that's going to look amazing on the night.
It's 9:30 on the eve of her wedding, and Katrina is still going strong as she attempts her flower arrangements that she learned at Camp Franc.
Like they must go up, up, out, out.
I think you're doing a great job.
I think so too, but if you want to change it, you can.
I will.
The DIY has taken over everything. It's all been about the tasks you needed to complete to get to the next stage of your wedding, and then you had to go on to do something else to get ready for your wedding. Now tomorrow we're actually getting married, so yeah, that's probably why it hasn't hit me yet, I suppose. I honestly don't know. We'll see tomorrow.
There's loads to do. But I'm actually looking over that at the moment, and I'm just thinking, you know, they've done really well, and I have to just, you know, maybe it's not exactly perfection, but maybe it's not supposed to be.
At last, the wedding day arrives, and Franc can't resist adding a few finishing touches.
You have to help. That's what a mentor's about. They've done such a good job themselves. I'm just the cream, that's all. Lights, action. Hey.
While it's all systems go at the hotel, Franc is blissfully unaware of the bridal party's breakdown.
Elizabeth has just spilled champagne all over her dress, and Claire's just went to get her dress and there's no belt on it.
The ladies aren't the only ones with a wardrobe crisis.
What's that tie you've got tied around there?
The tie you give me?
We have a tie missing. Yeah, the best man's tie. He does not have it.
Silver tie, and it's 1:45, and I'm in Youghal. I'm not supposed to be the planner, remember?
The flowers are in place and the guests are beginning to arrive. But will the wedding party make it to the church on time?
I'm actually fit to cry.
Okay, I am trying not to have cardiac arrest. We're drying the bride. We've just washed the bridesmaid's dress and we're drying it with hair dryers, and now the ties are coming. I can't, sorry. We have ties here. Joe, you're dead. You're dead when I see you. Two of you dead. Look at you, Mr. Dapper.
What can I say?
Look very, very smart.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not a bother.
Hi, Callum. Thank you very much.
You've done all the work, okay? You've done all the work. I don't want you thinking about tea lights. Nothing. Just enjoy the day, okay? It's all about fun.
Ball, but you had to make me cry, and I was doing so good.
Stunning.
Thanks.
With the official proceedings over, Mr. and Mrs. Moore lead their guests to the drinks reception.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere we...
The goldfish split in between them.
A very clever idea and something that took a lot of time at a time when they didn't have time, which is rather nice.
Yeah, your cake is absolutely Thank you very much. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, guys.
Finally, after 8 weeks of folding, gathering, gardening and planning, all their hard work has paid off as Joe and Katrina kick back and enjoy the nautical wedding of their dreams. As the meal gets underway, Franc leads a team of volunteers in preparation for the first dance.
We're out here with a huge team of little sailors, and we're lighting up Youghal tonight. They're going to have one experience tonight, an experience they'll never have again. They'll never have family and friends all outside in the middle of the night in a park beside the sea, and the entire town of Youghal surround them for their first dance. It's going to be magic.
You know what? We're coming here over 40 years, and it's just as fantastic. It's looking lovely. We're just saying it looks fabulous.
It's like an airport runaway. It's amazing. It's amazing.
What you put in, you get out. And that's the way every wedding should be. All the guests have a moment in time that none of those guests will ever forget. You know, they've really made a historic day today for this town, for them, for their families. And that, to me, is what it's all about.
This has been amazing. This has been, the whole journey to this point has so been worth it now. It's just fantastic. Yeah. Only when you've gone through the whole thing and you've seen everything that all your hard work has paid off to become what this has become, that you think, wow, now maybe I would do it over again.